Hey everybody, I just wanted to give you a quick update to the video you're about to see. Vanderbilt head coach Derek Mason was on Nashville radio on Wednesday, and he was talking about how they may have a female kicker. The goalie for the women's soccer team at Vanderbilt, Sarah Fuller is her name. She practiced with the team on Tuesday, and as Mason put it, she is an option for them. That would be a little bit of college football history. She would be, or thought to be, the first female to play in a Power 5 college football game. So perhaps a little bit of history for Mizzou fans this weekend. Anyway, I just wanted to add that to the video. Enjoy the video and happy Thanksgiving. What's up, everybody? This is Under the Arch Sports. I'm Eric.
And I'm David.
And today we are going to break down Mizzou's game that is not against Arkansas. It is against Vanderbilt. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and on Instagram. Right, so Mizzou's playing Vandy. That was announced Monday. Arkansas has COVID issues going on, so here we are. Vanderbilt's coming to Columbia. They're winless on the season, Dave. So, frankly, I think today we're just going to talk more about Missouri, because if Missouri plays its game, Vanderbilt can't win.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you. And there's some things that Mizzou really needs to work on, both offensively and possibly defensively, just to get back into the swing of things. Because you got to remember, they didn't play for, 3 weeks?
Right. Yeah, so the Carolina game was the first game Mizzou played since Halloween. So, what the issues we saw in that game, maybe it was just getting the rust off, getting back into the swing of things. We'll find out on Saturday, I guess. So first, let's talk about the Missouri offense, Dave. Connor Bazelak had his first touchdown pass in a non-LSU game, so that was good to see. I said when I recapped the game that it looked to me like play calling was conservative, but the offensive line did not get a whole lot of push when they were trying to run the football.
Yeah, I was seeing the same thing, and that's one of the keys I would love to see Mizzou work on against Vanderbilt. If they want to completely control the game, they need to get a running game going, especially to make those third and long more manageable. That way, Connor's not running for his life in the backfield.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that with the offensive line, freshman Dylan Spencer has entered the transfer portal. He was filling in for Xavier Delgado at left guard. Word on the street is that he just was homesick. He wanted to be closer to his home in Mississippi. Speaking of Delgado, he and Larry Borum are both back on the depth chart. They are listed as co-starters. Luke Griffin and Javon Foster are listed as first string with a big "or" next to their name on the depth chart, with Delgado and Borum in the second team spot. So I guess that means that it's realistic that they play. We'll see.
I think with that, you might see them rotate in and out just to get them back into game form.
Yeah, this could be an opportunity where we can talk about this sort of thing because Vanderbilt's winless. Maybe we see in the second half Missouri's up by 20 or something, and maybe then they say, all right, the game is fairly well in hand. Let's get these guys a couple of reps, 5-10 plays, and get them out. Maybe we see something like that. Maybe they're good to go and they play half, 2/3 of the game. We'll see. Now, if you want to pick a key for the Missouri offense, David, what would you say?
I would say establish a rushing game, see if you can't get that going to eliminate your third and long issues.
Yeah, and to your point about establishing the run, the Vanderbilt defense, they have, the leading tackler is a linebacker. Anthony Orji is his name. But the second, third, and fourth leading tacklers on the Vanderbilt defense, they're all members of the secondary, 2 corners and a safety. What that means is Vanderbilt is prone to giving up chunk run plays to where the running back is clear the lineman, clear the running backs, gotten to that next level, and you're having secondary guys with touchdown saving tackles. Now, if you want to look at my key to the game, it kind of it's almost insulting to Vanderbilt, but it's turnovers and penalties. What you say, well, Eric, yeah, you're genius. Turnovers and penalties every game. Well, the reason I think it's particularly important in this game is the fact that Vanderbilt just isn't talented enough to beat you if you play your game, right? So don't turn the ball over. Don't give Vanderbilt a short field. You want to make them earn anything they're going to get offensively. So giving them a short field is just counterproductive in that regard. And similarly, penalties. If you can just control the clock, ball control, Vanderbilt, they're not talented enough to stop a sustained drive. So if you can just hang on to the ball and don't shoot yourself in the foot with penalties, in the long run, you're going to have success. Now, David, let's take a look at the Missouri defense against the Vanderbilt offense.
Yeah, one of my major keys for this game, and it actually could help with Kobe Whiteside coming back, is making sure Mizzou gets pressure on Ken Seals, their freshman quarterback. If you can get him rattled, he is prone to throw interceptions. I believe he's thrown 9 on the season.
Yeah, 10 touchdowns, 9 interceptions in 7 games.
So if you can get to him, get him moving around, he's not a runner. Fluster him back there. I think you can do a good job stopping their passing game and then focus on the run game eventually.
Yeah, I'm looking at their stats. There's just nothing there's nothing that will really get your attention. There's no scary playmakers when you look at the stats. Their leading rusher is Keon Henry Brooks with 374 yards rushing. Contrast that with Roundtree for Missouri, who's got 490 yards rushing in 6 games as opposed to Vandy's 7. Part of that is the fact that Vanderbilt is playing from behind so much that they're not able to run the football. But at the same time, leading rusher should be averaging more than 4.4 yards a carry. Now, taking a look at the Missouri defense, you mentioned getting a pass rush. I think it's just incumbent on Missouri defense to keep everything in front of them. That's my key for the Missouri defense is keep everything in front of them, make Vanderbilt prove that they can sustain a drive. That's similar to my key offensively, but it really is all about the level of talent on the field. Missouri is more talented than Vanderbilt, so make them earn it. Don't get beat on one silly play that goes for 50, 60 yards. Make them prove they can execute over and over and over again. In the long run, that should play out in Missouri's favor, I think. What's your key, David?
Yeah, my key again is to put pressure on Ken Seals, force him to move around back there when he's trying to throw the football, and maybe you'll get him to throw some errant throws, and we'll see some interceptions.
Get that turnover row back out there, huh?
Yeah.
Right. So when you look at predictions for this game, I'm not going to pick Missouri's offense to be explosive in terms of putting up a lot of points until I see it. I just don't have a lot of confidence in the offensive line. That said, I have less confidence in Vanderbilt as a whole. So I'm going to pick Mizzou to win this game 23-16.
And for my pick, I honestly believe Mizzou's going to control this game from beginning to end. I think Drinkwitz will put together a good plan both offensively and defensively. I see us winning this game 28-10. Anyway, this is Under the Arch Sports. Thank you for watching our pregame show. Please remember to subscribe to our Facebook and Instagram sites.
See you guys next time.